G'day guys, welcome back to my channel, bringing you an NBA 2K21 rebuild in this video. In this new series I'm going to be doing, just going to be a basic spin the wheel challenge type rebuild, where I'm just going to spin the wheel of 30 NBA teams, and whatever one it lands on, I'm going to rebuild the team. Hopefully win a championship with them, probably do about five seasons worth per team, and see if I can win a title or see how many titles I can win. And as you see here, the first one we're going to be doing is the Toronto Raptors. I probably won't spoil the team that I'm doing in the title or thumbnail. I try to keep it anonymous and just have you guys check it out. But yeah, we're doing the Raptors first up. Kind of a hard team to do, I feel like. They're very in that mediocrity type team. Like, they're good, but they're not good enough to win the title, I think. And in most of these year one of the rebuilds I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to be letting the team play it out as is and just sim to the end of the season. Although in this one I do end up trading Alex Len, I believe, because they waived him, but I'm not going to waive him. I'm just going to try and get something for him, make it a little bit easier. But yeah, you see the team, you see the rotation. Pascal Siakam is probably our star player, along with Kyle Lowry, who is our highest rated player. But yeah, it's going to be quite difficult. Hopefully we can get this done, but I feel like this might be a more in-depth rebuild. It might take a little longer than expected. But yeah, drop a like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy or like the idea of this. Let me know what you would have done, or certain players you want me to try to trade for in certain scenarios and in other rebuilds. But yeah, we go to the end of the season now. You see, we've actually done a lot better than I thought we were going to do. We're 51 and 30 right now. Probably going to get 52 wins. But yeah, you see, I was just checking because I was so confused to see Cleveland up so high in the conference standings. West, the only real surprise there is Utah not making it. And yeah, just checking out the player stats. Pascal Siakam, no surprise, leading the team in scoring, along with Lowry and Van Vliet, the good combo duo, and then Norman Powell and Boucher. But yeah, hopefully we can win a playoff series or two. Depends who we really match up against, I guess. But yeah, we've already exceeded my expectations for season one, getting over 50 wins in the season, which is quite surprising. But you see all the awards here. Make sure to pause if you want to check them more in depth, because obviously we're going to be going through quite a few years in this, so I don't want to spend too much time going through them. But you see Giannis wins MVP and Tyronn Lue Coach of the Year for the Clippers. All NBA teams, as you'd expect. But you see our first round matchup is actually against Philadelphia. So that's quite a bad matchup for us. I feel like Philly should probably be a 1 or a 2 seed in my opinion. See the team there. We're going to sim the round. Hopefully we can win, but not holding out too much hope. As you see, it's 3-0, and yeah, just like that we get swept in the first year of our rebuilding in the first round. But you see the 8 seed curse happens again. Clippers go out in the first round, but it's Warriors v Nets finals, and it's going to be the Warriors who end up winning the championship. Steph Curry, your finals MVP. No, not too surprising there. You see Van Vliet was the one who was doing the most in the playoffs. Siakam dropped a bit. Lowry about the same. But yeah, just not good enough to beat Philadelphia with the likes of Embiid and Ben Simmons. You see LeBron actually retires already after year one. So that probably means no titles for the Lakers, you'd think. But yeah, I think I'm gonna decide to blow the team up, because I don't think we can get much better while keeping our best players. So I think I'm gonna have to blow it up. You see the lottery there. I don't think we have any picks. I think we do have a late first rounder, pick 26. But yeah, just doing the front office signings now. Just get a good head scouting and CFO. I always bother to I just let the computer scout for me, to be honest. But yeah, we're going to trade Flynn here for a first rounder, and we're going to draft Isaiah Todd at our 26th pick out of high school. So hopefully he'll be one for the future. I'm going to decline all these players except for Boucher, and Norman Powell's decided to come back as well. But I don't think we're going to have any cap room, so not really going to be able to sign any stars, unfortunately. We will re-sign Kyle Lowry though, just because I don't want to lose him for nothing. So if I do decide to trade him later on in the video, I can get something back for him. But yeah, just going to try to bump up the salary to try to make sure he chooses us, which he does. And we're going to re-sign Kyle Lowry. He's probably the greatest Raptor player in history, to be honest. You could make an argument for Kawhi Leonard, but he was only there for the one season, so I think Lowry will probably go down as the greatest Raptor, followed by Kawhi and DeRozan. But you see the progression there, and Fred VanVleet actually regressed, which is very surprising and disappointing. So I might have to look at moving him. But I am going to send some players to training camps. Obviously, untapped potential, going to send our first round pick, Isaiah Todd. OG Anunoby, who didn't really have a great season either. And I'm going to just send Pascal Siakam because I didn't really know who else to give it to. You see the rotation for year 2. I brought in the free agents such as Patty Mills, Ilyasova, and Enes Kanter, but I am trading Enes Kanter for a Precious Achiuwa, and now I'm looking to move Fred VanVleet, and I'm going to move him for Zach LaVine, and now I'm looking to move Kyle Lowry as well, just because we're not doing too well. You see the record in the bottom right hand corner. I'm going to trade him for Chris Middleton. So trading him to a rival, probably not the smartest thing to do, but I just want to mix it up, blow the team up a bit. As you see, I'm trading Boucher as well for Finney Smith, and mainly for the pick, the first round pick in the future, which will hopefully turn out to be a good pick as well. Nearly decided to go with Hachimura, but I didn't want to give up a first rounder of my own for that, so I ended up going with the Finney Smith and the pick. And as you see the stats here at the end of the year, very disappointing, 38 and 43. Chemistry not looking too flash either, but I mean, I just went out on the limb and decided to blow the team up, see if we could get something going, but it looks like it's going to be season 3 where we're going to have to look to make a big step up. Luka Doncic winning MVP, no real surprise there, but as you probably realised, 38 and 44, not good enough to make the playoffs. So we're just going to have to sit here and see who wins the championship in year 2. Looks like Dallas and Milwaukee are looking strong. Will they meet in the finals? They will, and it's going to be Dallas sweep the Mavericks in the finals, and Giannis, I'm guessing, is the finals MVP. But you know what that means? That means that Kyle Lowry actually wins another championship for the Bucks. And you see here in the lottery, we actually have 2 lottery picks. It's going to end up being pick 11 and pick 13. I'm going to end up making some trades. I'm going to make a big trade here. Middleton plus a first for De'Aaron Fox. I also traded Bryn Forbes for a first rounder, and I'm trading Pascal Siakam straight up for Paul George. Not sure if that was a good decision in hindsight, but... And I'm also trading Anunoby and the 12th pick for John Collins and a first, and I'm going to try to re-sign like Zach LaVine. So I'm just trying to get a bunch of stars, bunch of high-rated players, because obviously this is 2K. If this was real life, I'm not sure how this team would go. But you see, LaVine did accept the deal, and you see the progression there. Paul George is actually regressing, so I probably would have done better just to keep Pascal Siakam, if I'm honest. But yeah, I got my 3 camps again, just going to send them to untapped potential. De'Aaron Fox, who I'm a big fan of. Going to send Precious Achiuwa from the Miami Heat, who we got for Kanter. Don't know why they did that trade. I was very happy with that trade. And I'll probably give it to my rookie here that I took, Houston. And we still have Isaiah Todd as well on the come up. But you see the starting 5 there. Fox, LaVine, George, Collins, Achiuwa. You see the bench. Bench doesn't really matter. But you see we're ranked number 1 in the power rankings before the season starts. So hopefully that's a good sign. As you see the Bucks there as well, just checking out their team. And we start off very well, 7-0. You see the trade-off is already getting thrown around by the computer. But yeah, looking a lot better so far this season, so definitely looking to make the playoffs. Hopefully can get a top 4 seed as well. But yeah, as I said before, make sure to drop a like, because you guys know how long it takes to do rebuilds on console. The simulation is so slow. But yeah, I'm also thinking of turning off injuries next time I do one of these rebuilds, because as you can see, the injuries are just annoying, and I feel like it'd be better if we just do it without any injuries and then don't have to worry about it, and having the CPU adjust the rotation all the time. But Paul George wasn't putting up good stats, and he's only getting worse from now on, so I thought I'd try to cash in on him and get some good value. As you see, I'm 35 and 19, so maybe I shouldn't change the team up. And I think I was just influenced by the real life player Bradley Beal, but I think you guys know what I'm going to do. I'm going to trade Paul George for Bradley Beal. Even though Beal's on a monstrous contract, I'm hoping he can get the job done for us this year and really put us over the hump. But it turns out Bradley Beal is injured at the end of the season as well. You see, we finish up 48 and 34, which is going to give us the 4 seed. Now you see the awards again. Giannis, I believe, winning another MVP. But yeah, none of our players are really making all NBA teams yet, I believe. Hopefully we can see that in the future. But yep, you see we're the 4 seed against the Bucks and the defending champions. You see Lowry on the bench for them at the moment. But yeah, this is going to be a tough series. Hopefully we can get through it, but without Beal, that really hurts our chances. As we're going to sim the round. And we end up getting eliminated. So another first round exit. So 2 first round exits in 3 years. Not looking very good so far. As we're going to see who wins the championship. Memphis and OKC, top 2 seeds in the West. And it's going to be Atlanta v Memphis. And the champions are going to be the Atlanta Hawks, who come back from a 3-1 deficit. Ja Morant couldn't get it done. Trae Young, your finals MVP. And you think the Hawks are probably only going to get better. So maybe they just had to get rid of John Collins, who we've got on our team. Maybe John Collins and Trae Young are better apart. Yeah, getting into the off-season now. You see Dwight Howard and Carmelo Anthony getting in the Hall of Fame. No real surprise there. Surprised that they retired after LeBron, though. League rules. I'm just going to be rejecting basically all of these rules in all of the rebuilds that I do. Getting into the draft lottery now. I don't think we have any picks in the top 14. No, we do not. And we're going to end up getting pick 17 and pick 21 because of a trade we did earlier in the video. But yeah, back to the staff signing. Going to sign Nick Nurse because he is basically the best head coach available, especially when you look at his ratings, A+, B potential. So we're going to make sure we re-sign him. Not actually sure how important coaches are in this. I haven't seen any videos or studies on the NBA 2K sim engine to do with the front office and how much they affect it. But yeah, hopefully we'll come back as a better team next season. Probably should do with De'Aaron Fox and all our players hopefully getting better. As we get into the NBA draft, you're going to see the rookie that we signed is Scoot Henderson. Doesn't look to be anything special, but we're going to accept the options on Achua and Isaiah Todd, our 2 centers, as they are going to be locked down for a couple more years. And we're going to offer the qualifying offer to Jalen Harris, who seems like quite a decent player, to be honest. He was starting some of the games as well. But yeah, you see there, most of our players actually regressed for some reason, except for Precious, who's taken a huge leap. He's got that massive overall now, so hopefully he can put us over the top. Back to our untapped potential camp off-season. Who am I going to give it to this time? Probably Isaiah Todd. But yeah, you see the team here at the moment. I feel like this team can win it, but we don't have the super mega star that we probably need to win the title. Although you could say that Precious is getting there now. He's definitely developing into one, that's for sure. As we're going to advance to the next season, starting 5 of Fox, Levine, Beal, Collins, and Achua. No one in the 90 overall range, but a lot in the 85 and above. So that's a good sign. You see the bench there, basically a new bench every year. As we go ahead now, we're 16 and 11, not looking too good, and Beal is not playing well at all. And you see all the injuries we have there, that's really affecting us, I feel like. If we were a healthy team, we'd probably be like, what, 20 and 10? But I'm going to look to move Beal now, as he's looking to regress and he's on a huge contract. Wasn't really sure who to go for, to be honest, because I feel like some of these players I've already had on the team, and I feel like they're getting worse. Could have made an argument for Klay Thompson, but I'm going to go with my Aussie native Ben Simmons here. under contract for 2 more years. And I feel like Ben Simmons is like the Swiss Army knife and can just play any position as we go ahead to the end of the season now. And of course he's injured, but we end up going 49 and 32. Hopefully that can tick over to 50 wins, and hopefully that'll put us in a good position to win the championship. Not sure if it will. As a 50-win team, that's pretty mediocre, to be honest. As in our first season, we ended up going 51 and 31. So maybe I should have just kept the team the same and just try to bolster the bench or something, because it's not looking too good. But we do end up actually being the number 2 seed. Even with only 50 wins, we managed to get to be the number 2 seed. And De'Aaron Fox actually makes the All-NBA 3rd team, as you'll see here, along with a former Raptor, Kawhi Leonard, who's actually on the Lakers now, if you can believe it or not. But yeah, we're up against the Magic. Hopefully we can get a first round victory finally, because this is season 4 and it's gonna be close. We go up 3-2. It's gonna go to a game 7, of course. You see the lineup there. Ben Simmons is still injured, so maybe if we had Simmons, we'd probably win the series, same as last season. Injuries are always affecting us. De'Aaron Fox playing brilliantly, especially in these playoffs. So are we going to win? Of course we don't. So let's see who's going to win the title. Looks like Atlanta's in a good position again. 3 seed. Is Denver going to make the finals? They are. Denver v Atlanta. Can Atlanta go back to back? Trae Young looking for that second finals MVP. Goes to another game 7 and he wins it again. So Trae Young coming up big in my Raptors rebuild. Maybe I should hope to land on Hawks next time. But this is where our off-season should pay off. All those trades will accumulate in first round picks has turned out to give us pick number 1, 6, 14, 24 and 30. So we are stocked for picks. We've gone OKC like, Boston Celtic like, in stacking up all the draft picks, all the assets, and hopefully it's going to pay off as we have the number 1 pick and we ended up selecting Joseph Oakley, who's a 6'9" shooting guard at 82 overall. So hopefully he'll put us over the top as we're bringing back Todd and Houston. Collins, I think that was, declined to come back, so hopefully we can re-sign him, as we're going to extend the qualifying offers to Precious and Jalen Harris. As we're going to skip ahead to player progression. Achua goes up, Fox goes up, Collins actually goes down, but we did manage to re-sign him at least. Again, untapped potential. Who are we going to give it to this time? Probably just our rookies, if they're not already on A+, like Oakley, who already is, so he's going to be an absolute superstar, hopefully. And hopefully he'll be the missing piece to put us over the top. As we're going to give it to old mate Scoot Henderson. And then Curtis. So yeah, ended up using most of our draft picks. And hopefully that number 1 pick's going to pay off. I think I did have a look at trading it, but I didn't like anything that I saw. And obviously I needed to throw someone in to match the salary. But I was happy with just using it. As you see, the lineup there, he's going to be the 6th man. But starters, Fox, Levine, Simmons, Collins and Achua. But as you see here later on in the year, due to injuries and stuff, going to have to change that round. But that's the beauty of having Ben Simmons. He can basically play any position 1 through 4. And you see our record, we're 59 and 22. Hopefully we can get that 60th win here against the Pacers, who have had a terrible year, and we do. And you see how high the team chemistry is as well. So hopefully this is the year where we can win the chip. See the awards there again, as you see. Don't think any of our players made an All-NBA team somehow. Don't know how that happened when we're probably the number 1 seed going 60 and 22. I can't think of a situation where we're not at least a number 2 seed. And no, we're a number 1 seed. So this is it. This is the year Going to quickly check the All-Star participants to see if any of our players made it. And as you can see, Precious made it. And I think that's it from what I can see. But yeah, number 1 seed against Chicago. Hopefully Zach LaVine can have a good series against his former team. Definitely don't want to be going out to an 8 seed, but you know how 2K is. They love to let the 8 seed win in these playoff matchups. As they're up 2-1, 2-all. We're down 3-2. Of course we are. Why wouldn't we be? I'm going to adjust the lineup to what the computer thinks is the best. Who's playing well for us? Precious is absolutely balling out. Can we get the win? We managed to force the 7th game, but we end up losing at home to Chicago, the 8th seed. So again, out in the first round. Haven't managed to get past the first round yet in this rebuild. So this is one of the worst rebuild videos of all time. Probably shouldn't even upload it, to be honest. But hey, at least the Bulls made the finals. So did we lose to the champions? No, they end up losing to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who win the championship. Who's the finals MVP? It's going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So that's something that the Thunder fans are probably hoping for in real life, as they're definitely looking towards the future with all their draft assets. So yeah, we're going to go one more year. We're going to re-sign our big boys, and then we're going to make a big trade where we trade LaVine for Tyrese Halliburton. There's the progression of the players. You see Simmons is regressing, but we do have a lot of green as well, so it's not just red, luckily. Untapped potential again, giving it to whoever needs it, I guess. I think I'll give one to Halliburton, but again, probably just give it to our rookies and our young guns, because the future does look bright, to be honest, with this team. So if I managed to make this like a 10-year rebuild, maybe we'd get over the hump with our youngsters coming through, especially with our number 1 overall pick last season. But yeah, this is going to be the last season of the rebuild, guys. Please pray for me. Hope we get a championship. Honestly, just get me out of the first round at this stage, because this has been a shambles of a rebuild. You see the lineup there. Fox, Oakley, Curtis, Collins, Achua. End up going 58 and 24, so a couple games worse actually than last season, but I feel like the team's assembled a bit better. I do like the addition of Halliburton, and this time Oakley starting our number 1 pick, so getting a lot more game time. As with the number 1 seed again, this time against New York. Hopefully the 8 seed curse doesn't beat us this time. You see Milwaukee also had the same record as us. So Milwaukee are not going away in this rebuild, always looking to win the championship with their boy Giannis. I'm assuming Kyle Lowry's retired now, but you never know. But yeah, there you see the stats. Oakley has been pretty decent. I was actually expecting a little bit more out of him, but we're a very balanced team as we have a lot of good players. Yeah, we're going to sim the round as usual and hopefully get past the first round. Bloody hell. And we are. We managed to beat the Knicks 4-1, and it's actually going to be Boston who knock out Chicago, which is probably a good thing seeing that they knocked us out last season. But there you see the Boston lineup. I don't think I saw Tatum in there, so hopefully we can beat them, because they only had Jaylen Brown, I think. I think I saw Kemba on the team as well, but he's not as good as he once was. But no, of course we're down 3-1, so we're going to adjust the rotation. It looks like Precious is playing injured, the trooper that he is, and we go out in the second round. So I'm very disappointed at the end of this rebuild. But make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and let me know who I should trade for next time, or what you think I should have done differently in this one, because I feel like I did pretty well, considering the regular season records were always in the 50s, basically. We even managed to have a 60-game win season, but not enough to win the championship. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That's it for me. Peace.